Hi guys, welcome to Adam McKola TV. This is MUFC Transfer Talk number 32. Yes, how are you guys doing? I was going to start this stream at 5:15. I was waiting for Full-Time Devils to do their stream, but they've had some technical difficulties. So I thought, why the hell not just go live now, seeing as all you guys are waiting. Anyway, Romelu Lukaku is officially a Manchester United player now. He is officially a Manchester United player. He's been unveiled by the club. They've released loads of tweets, loads of images, and I've just got a notification through for his first interview as a Manchester United player. So Romelu Lukaku is Manchester United's new number 9. He will play in that number 9 position. Whether he'll get the number 9 shirt or the number 10 shirt, I'm not too sure. Obviously, there's been a lot of rumours recently that it's going to be the number 9 shirt, so it looks like it's going to be that. But Romelu Lukaku is definitely a Manchester United player now. And I'm really excited about this one. As you guys know, Lukaku's been one of my favourite Premier League strikers. When we've spoken about players joining Manchester United who I wanted to sign in the past, I've often mentioned Romelu Lukaku. This summer, it looked like Romelu Lukaku was going to join Chelsea, and I was gutted by that. But it just looked like United had no chance in there. The rumours were all Lukaku's going to Chelsea, £100 million move, this, that and the other. United were going after Alvaro Morata. And then all of a sudden, Romelu Lukaku was on his way to Manchester United. Now, he's said in an interview for ESPN that he thinks, he always knew who he was going to join. He always knew he was going to join Manchester United. That's what Romelu Lukaku was saying. So despite all these rumours, he's saying that he knew he was joining Manchester United. Whether that's true or not, it remains to be seen. Because obviously, a lot of players will say those kind of things. But Romelu Lukaku, now a Manchester United player, absolutely buzzing by that news. You guys saying there's no audio. There is audio. I've just pressed mute on my laptop and I can hear myself talking. So I don't know what you're on about there being no audio. Just refresh your stream and the audio will be there. But guys, look. See? Audio's there. There is sound. Let me just let people know. So there you go. Just refresh the stream and you'll have the sound. I've got sound, so you guys should have sound. Refresh that MF stream. I was about to swear. I don't know how old up most of you guys are. Obviously, people coming out of school and all sorts to this news. You lot must be absolutely buzzing by it. We've got almost 1,000 people in here now. We're here to talk Romelu Lukaku. Yes, Manchester United's new striker. Now, obviously, let's not get overexcited. Romelu Lukaku still has some improvements to make to his game, his all-round play, but when the first looks of things, when you look at his record in the Premier League, you look what he does to defenders, you look at all these things, Romelu Lukaku is a great signing for Manchester United. Alvaro Morata would have been a fantastic signing for Man United too, but the thing that Lukaku has over him is that he's obviously proven in the Premier League. He scores goals in the Premier League. We know this. We know that Romelu Lukaku bags goals in the Premier League. He does it all day long. So, I'm delighted by this one. I would rather have had Lukaku to Morata. But, of course, you then think, are we going to play that Route 1 direct football that we kind of played under when we had Zlatan Ibrahimovic in the team and he was the main focal point in that team? Is that the way we're now going to go? Are we going to be playing in that way? But I don't think so. I think I was wrong in saying that, because then you look at it and you look at Lukaku and he can run in behind defenders. He can bully defenders. AK Gaming just says, I just come in. What have I missed? You haven't missed much, because we all knew this was going to happen. But Romelu Lukaku is now a Manchester United player. Yes, Red Rum, he's in the house. Rumoured to be the new number 9 at Manchester United. Whether it's number 9 or number 10 remains to be seen. But Romelu Lukaku is now a Manchester United player. 5-year contract with the option to extend for a further year. The 24-year-old Belgian international striker will join the team in LA ahead of pre-season training. Mourinho said Romelu is a natural fit for Man United. He is a big personality and a big player. It's only natural that he wants to develop his career at the biggest club. He'll be a great addition to the group, and I know that will make him very welcome. I'm really looking forward to working with him again. Now, obviously, Mourinho and Romelu Lukaku were together at Chelsea, but Mourinho opted to go with more experienced strikers in the form of Drogba, Eto'o, Torres, etc. And Romelu Lukaku had to make a move to get first team football, similar to the way that Paul Pogba left Manchester United for first team football. That was why Romelu Lukaku left there. Jose Mourinho wasn't giving him that first team football at Chelsea. He couldn't be promised the game time, so he left. Initially on loan to West Bromwich Albion, and then to Everton on loan, and then permanently, I think it was. So absolutely buzzing by that. And now, like Mourinho said, he wants to develop his career at the biggest club. Lukaku has been priming himself for this big move. We thought it may have happened last year. We thought it may have happened the year before, but he's taking it this time, and I think it's the perfect time for him. I know last summer I was saying, let's sign up Romelu Lukaku now. We took in Zlatan Ibrahimovic, who was the main focal point of the team, and giving Lukaku an extra year of knocking in the goals left, right and centre. Absolutely delighted by that one. On a side point, not mentioning Lukaku, Luke Simmons says, what do you think about this stuff about us potentially nicking Bakayoko? Now, in terms of potentially nicking Bakayoko, will we nick Bakayoko? I'm not too sure. I think it may be something that Chelsea have briefed the press with, so that it looks like when they signed Bakayoko that they got one over Manchester United, and they can appease Conte and their fans by saying, look, we signed them over Manchester United. Man United wanted Bakayoko, but we got him because of what's happened with Romelu Lukaku. So I think that could be one of the motives for this rumour coming out there. I'm not too sure United are in for Bakayoko. I'd much rather get his Monaco teammate Fabinho in. Anyway, so we've heard what Mourinho had to say about Romelu Lukaku's signing. So let's see what Romelu Lukaku had to say about the signing. And he said to Manchester United's website, I would like to start by thanking Everton and the fans for the last 4 wonderful seasons. I've made some special friends and we've shared some special, amazing moments. However, when Man United and Jose Mourinho come knocking at the door, it is an opportunity of a lifetime and one that I could not turn down. You could see the fight, determination and the spirit in this team during the Europa League final, and I want to become a part of that. I cannot wait to run out at Old Trafford in front of 75,000 fans, but before that, pre-season is where the hard work starts. I'm looking forward to the first training session. So great to hear from Romelu Lukaku on that move as well, and to hear a player that's really desperate to win trophies now. He's never won a major trophy, so here is a player that really wants to win trophies. He's joining a team with players like Paul Pogba, Anthony Martial, Marcus Rashford, Jesse Lingard, Ander Herrera. You look even further back, Lindelof, Bailey, Luke Shaw, David De Gea. All players that are going to improve, that are going to get better, that haven't achieved everything in the game yet, but a group that can put all their potential talent together, their fighting ability together, put everything together and commit that to trying to win trophies for Manchester United. It's such a great bunch of players that we've got there at the moment, and it's great to see another player coming in who ticks all those boxes, a player that has current ability. He can score goals for fun at the moment, but he's not perfect. He can improve. He's got the ability and the potential to improve, and he's still young, so he's got the time to improve at Manchester United as well. And I think he gives us everything that we need in a number 9. Is a big striker. Hopefully we can play football with him as well. We don't just have to go to that route one style of play. And I'm hoping that obviously him and Drogba are different players, but I'm hoping that Mourinho can turn him into our kind of Drogba, the Drogba of this team. Obviously, he's coming through in the shadow of Wayne Rooney, who's now left and gone to Everton, but he's a completely different player to the one that Wayne Rooney is, and Wayne Rooney was at Manchester United. And he asked Zlatan for the number 9, says Marco Ramos. Zlatan's no longer a United player. He doesn't have to ask anyone for the number 9. So it'd be interesting if that did happen, asking someone that's no longer at the club if he can have their number. I think Lukaku is the perfect number 9 in terms of position, regardless of shirt number. He's the perfect number 9 in terms of position for us and going forward. And I really hope Jose Mourinho can help him to improve his game, his all-round game, and help him going forward. And then he can help Manchester United win trophies as well. I think in terms of replacing the goals that we lost in Zlatan Ibrahimovic, we have now done that. We have replaced those goals that we lost from Zlatan Ibrahimovic. Those 20 to 30 goals a season, 20 plus goals in the Premier League. I know Zlatan never hit the 30 mark in the end for us, and I don't think he got 20 in the league altogether. But Lukaku is a striker that can get double figures for us and plus in the Premier League, and that's something that we need. We need Martial, we need Rashford to add goals to their game as well. We need the other players to improve, Mkhitaryan, Pogba, Herrera, to add more goals to their game. But Lukaku is someone that will immediately replace that goal input from Zlatan Ibrahimovic that we lost this summer when Zlatan Ibrahimovic's contract was not extended. So yeah, I'm delighted this has finally been announced and been confirmed. I'm glad that Manchester United have done it. Have done it now at a time when obviously we've given Wayne Rooney the chance to say goodbye to United. We've given people their chance to say goodbye and share their memories and share their thoughts of Wayne Rooney. And we haven't just sold Wayne Rooney. And even though everyone knew Lukaku was going to be a Man United player, we haven't got rid of Wayne Rooney and then just announced Romelu Lukaku straight away. We've paid him a little bit more respect. We've given him time to develop, to say goodbye to Wayne Rooney. And then Lukaku can have the spotlight now and going forward. Wayne Rooney is now training with his new team. Wayne Rooney is now the past. Of course, he's a great player for United in the past, but Wayne Rooney is now the past. And Manchester United have to move on. And Romelu Lukaku is a big part of that. If you would have asked me at the beginning of the summer, who would I like to replace Zlatan Ibrahimovic? I think Romelu Lukaku would have been one of those players right near the top of my list. To see United get him now, I'm delighted with this. Obviously, it's a big outlay in terms of the transfer fee, but I think it's to be expected. Romelu Lukaku is a goal scorer, a proven goal scorer in the Premier League. He's 24 years of age, so he will only improve. He's a big name as well in terms of commercially. And Romelu Lukaku will come to Manchester United ready to win things. I think it's the perfect time. So I can understand the transfer fee in this given market, in this day and age. In this market, the transfer fees are always going to be ridiculous. But I think a young, proven goal scorer from England like Romelu Lukaku is something that we should be spending big money on. We needed it. Kobe is saying Harry Kane is better. Now, of course, if you have that opinion, I don't mind you having that opinion. I'd argue that I would rather Romelu Lukaku. I've said that before in the past as well. But Harry Kane, I think they're both fantastic players. But the thing is with Harry Kane, I think you're seeing Harry Kane at his best now. I think the question with Harry Kane is, can he keep the consistency in his game? Can he keep that level of performance up season in, season out? I think with Romelu Lukaku, there's much more that can come from him. Because when you look at Romelu Lukaku's performances at Everton, he hasn't had a great team around him. He hasn't had a fantastic team around him. He's had an Everton team around him. Whereas I think that Harry Kane's had a better team around him, a much better team around him. So we need to just, let's see what Romelu Lukaku can do. But I think there's much more potential there with Romelu Lukaku. Let's get some Lukaku stats up now. How about that? Romelu Lukaku stats. Let's find some statistics to see what his goals are saying. Who scored usually a good one. Let's check out Romelu's fucking stats. Let me read some of your comments. Bradley Smith, thank you for commenting. James says he's gassed. Hopefully he gets bags of goals next season, says Mr. Asher. We need Perisic, says Sahil. So if Lukaku does not perform, are United to blame, says Kartik. Gudrun, huh? It'd be a mixture of things, wasn't it? Yeah, I think that can only be given with context and the situation. Various things can happen to a player that can make him not perform. So I think you need context to that, and it can only be given when it happens. So Romelu Lukaku's scored his total goals. He's got 96 goals in 204 appearances. That's in his whole career, and that's including his time at Chelsea when he never scored. I don't think he scored anyway at Chelsea. So that's a very, very good record for a 24-year-old player that has been learning his trade in the Premier League. His record in England since he joined Chelsea in 2011-2012, 204 appearances, 96 goals, 30 assists, 14 yellow cards, 0 red cards, 2.9 shots per goal, 71 pass success. So that's where he needs to improve on. You need to be seeing that at least 85% plus. And then we've got 2.4 aerial duels won a game. And then a man of the matches, 23 man of the matches. So 1 in 10 games, he gets a man of the match. Erdney says Morata. Looks like Morata may be now on Chelsea's radar is the word I was looking for. What'll be interesting is, Chelsea obviously get Morata. It'll be interesting what transfer fee they get him for, because obviously we heard about Real Madrid wanting 70, 80 million pounds from Manchester United. And if Chelsea were to pay 50, 60 million, then you know that Real Madrid were just doing United over because of the whole David De Gea saga. So it'd be interesting to see what goes down with the transfer fee for Morata. But of course now Real Madrid, if they do want to sell Morata, they're left with a player that's unhappy to be there. And they know that a move has fallen through with Manchester United. So it's nice to have done Real Madrid over, blindsided them a little bit, and then got Romelu Lukaku instead of Morata. Raf says he can't wait to see him in the Super Cup final. What signings would you still like United to make? Sorry, I did see your name. It moves really quickly. It looks like Perisic may be one to be signed, and although I wouldn't have personally picked Perisic as a signing, I think he would be a good addition to the squad, providing he's not taking Martial's place in the side or anything like that. I think, who else is good signing? I think Fabinho would be a good signing as well, in terms of players in that defensive midfield area. We still need someone in that position. Ryan Williams mentions Nangolan, and Nangolan would be another great player to sign in that position. WWE fan says, I feel sorry for Morata. And I do see where you're coming from, because obviously Alvaro Morata was set to come to Manchester United. He would have had his heart set on that move. I was looking forward to seeing him in a United shirt, if I'm being totally honest. And a little bit disappointed that it hasn't gone ahead. But if he would have came to Manchester United, it would have been a great move for him and his career, and it would have been a great move for United, but unfortunately it didn't happen. And I'm sure he's pretty disappointed by that as well. Guys, can you hit that like button on the stream right about now? Go do it. How many goals do I expect Lukaku to hit, says Tony Baldacchino. I would predict between 25 and 30. Do you think I'm overestimating him in terms of numbers, or do you think that's about right? What do you think about that? But 25 to 30 goals, I think, would be a reasonable expectation from him next season. And not just in the Premier League, in all competitions. Callum says, I mentioned I don't buy the new United kits. Any reasons why? I just don't wear them. Obviously, I haven't bought them in the past as well because of the whole Glazer thing. But then some would say I'm a hypocrite because I've bought a season ticket as well. So, yeah, it's just my way of not giving them an extra bit of money. But, yeah, I don't wear them either. If someone buys me one, I'll wear it to play football, and that's about it. Jenny Albert says, can't we have both Lukaku and Morata? I just couldn't see that working at all, you know. I just couldn't see it working. Utkarsh thinks Lukaku will get 30 plus. That's about right, says Matthew. 30 plus in all comps, says Don Vito. Adam, our bearded wonder rides again, says Raff and Roll. You damn right. Taz says I'm a hairy geezer. Oh, yes. Let's get Adam to 40k subs. Yes, come on, Ariel. You know that with the rallying cry. Let's get me to 40k subs. We are on the rally. We are on the rise to 40k subs at the moment. Can we hit 40,000 subscribers by the start of the new Premier League campaign? That is my target. Let's hope we do it. We're on 35,665 at the moment. So, a little bit of a way to go, around 4,300 subs. But decent climb recently. Ash Raya says, am I going live later on tonight? I'll be live if there's anything to talk about, but I'll set up a stream and let you know about that. But I will be live if there's anything to talk about, so keep your eyes peeled for that. Who would be better at their clubs, Lacazette or Lukaku, says Arsalan. I would rather have United signed Lukaku, to be totally honest with you. I like Lacazette. I think he's a decent player, but I don't believe all the hype that I've seen from him since he has joined Arsenal. There has been a little bit of an overreaction to the move, which there always is when a player joins Arsenal. But having said that, it's a decent signing. I think he will score goals for them next season. But I think Lukaku's the more better signing. He's a younger player. He's going to get more goals. He's more proven in the Premier League. I think that's what you would rather have. So I'd have to go with Romelu Lukaku. Hello, King Vic Gaming. How you doing? Do you think we'll sign Dyer? Says Luke. I don't know. I'm not too sure. But I would rather we didn't sign Eric Dyer. I'm not his biggest fan, to be totally honest. Paul Mella shouts out Red Army. Man United God says Real Madrid are waste men. Live at training on MUTV now, says Carl. Lacazette is overrated, says Ronak. YouTube is giving me loads of peace, says Mohammed. It really isn't. How do you think we will do in league and cup competitions, says Kano. I really just hope we challenge for the league next season. That has to be the main priority for Manchester United, challenging in the league. And that's what I think Romelu Lukaku will really help us do. If you see Manchester United last season, one of our biggest problems was that we didn't score enough goals at home against the lesser teams. Now, some people call Lukaku a flat track bully. I don't agree with that. I think you have to look at the team that's been around him when he's been playing in these bigger games. But even if you want to call him a flat track bully last season would have won us the league, because a flat track bully would have been scoring goals against Stoke, Burnley, West Ham and the like at home. I don't think he's a flat track bully, but if he is, that would have won us the league last season. So it's a big addition to the team and it's guaranteed goals as well. And I'm really looking forward to seeing him in a Manchester United shirt, linking up with his friend Paul Pogba as well. How must they be feeling at the moment? I mean, two young kids that have gone for big money. I think the two most expensive players in the world. I might be wrong on that, but no, wasn't Gareth Bale was probably more than Lukaku. But nevertheless, two of the most expensive players in the world, one of them being the most expensive player in the world. Both very young, in their early 20s. And they're living the life, man. They're living the dream. And they're both at the same club now, two best friends that are at the same club. And I'm sure they're really excited about the future together. And that kind of click and that mentality of those youngsters will only rub off on each other. And I'm sure they'll be doing a lot of stuff in terms of training. Martial, you see Rashford working harder in training all the time. Martial's only going to get better. Lukaku, Pogba, Herrera. Oh, it's so fucking... Say it again. I'm bringing it back. Say it again. It's coming back, baby. Pogba, Lukaku, Rashford, Martial. Say it again. What do you think about Bakayoko to United? As I said earlier, Ashraya, I think that rumour could be pretty much down to the whole stuff in regards to... I just think United aren't in for him. I think it's more to do with Chelsea probably trying to let the press know that they got one over us, when I don't think United are actually in for him at all. Yes, Mustafa, how are you doing? We've just been talking about Romelu Lukaku joining Manchester United. King Vic 7 Gaming says he's wearing 9, right? That's what the rumours are at the moment, although I haven't seen any confirmation of that from the club at all as it is. So let me have a look again. Will Ibra be coming back to United, says WWE fan? I don't think so at this moment in time, but there has been rumours about it, hasn't there? There's no confirmation on his shirt number yet. No confirmation on that. We've just took a spike. We've gone to over 900 people in the live stream. Thank you all for joining us. Make sure you hit that like button. How are you all feeling about Romelu Lukaku signing for Manchester United? James Brady says we need wingers, man. And I think United focused on getting Romelu Lukaku through the door, because obviously if we get a striker through the door early and he's able to have a full preseason with the team, as well as the centre-half, I think those were the two key areas we needed to improve in. Centre-half, centre-forward. We've done that now. They can have full preseasons with the team, and then we can bring in the likes of a CDM and, of course, a winger as well. Someone like Perisic that can play in various positions. So it's really interesting to see Lukaku, Lindelof get done, to see what business we target now. But I think it was right to get the striker done. You'd rather have your number 9 getting a full pre-season with the team, learning to link up with his players and his teammates as well. So I'd rather that happen. Let's have a look at some of the other rumours that are floating about at the moment, as the news has obviously come in surrounding Romelu Lukaku that his £75 million move to Manchester United has been completed. We've now seen the pictures of him in a Man United shirt poolside in LA. He had his medical. He leaked that he had passed his medical and the medical was complete. Paul Pogba had initially leaked that the move was complete and that Romelu Lukaku would be linking up with the team in pre-season training. He was obviously left out of the pre-season tour squad, but now it's been confirmed he is a Man United player and will be linking up with the pre-season tour squad. United did the right thing and let Wayne Rooney have his moment in the spotlight before obviously confirming the Romelu Lukaku signing, but that now is done and dusted, and we can welcome Romelu Lukaku to Manchester United. That's Victor Lindelof at centre-half, signed up. Romelu Lukaku at centre-forward, signed up. We still need a CM. We still need a winger. They will surely come in next, but it's exciting times for Manchester United as we approach the new season. Yes, we have had a slow transfer window, and Rowan, I'm not ignoring you. I'm not ignoring any of you in the comments. Yes, we have had a slow transfer window, but to see two of our main pieces of business be done before the preseason has started, or as the preseason has started, is great news, and that's what I was hoping would get done. But now we can focus on the rest. Sarup, ask your questions, mate, instead of your dumb shit like that. Ariwal says Sanchez to City. Can you imagine Sanchez being sold to City? Arsenal are absolute dickheads if they do that. Surely they can force him elsewhere. United managed to force Heinze to Real Madrid instead of Liverpool, and they want to, oh my, use that like dickheads. But anyway, you do it every year to yourselves. I don't think United can get Alexis simply because of his past relationship with Pep, that if he does go anywhere in England, it will be Manchester City. Rudiger would pocket... fuck off. Get out of here. You didn't even hear of Rudiger until yesterday when that god-awful video was released by Chelsea. What's that video about anyway? Everyone trying to outbeat each other now with these stupid unveilings, and they're not very unique at all. And if they are unique, most of them are absolutely shocking. Shocking, I tell ya. What do I think of William Carvalho? I think he's a talented player, mate. I don't think he's going to end up at United this summer, though. I just don't see that happening. With just Lukaku in right now, does it fill Ibrahimovic and Rooney's boots, says Derek Chung. Well, I don't think we really needed to fill Wayne Rooney's boots because Wayne Rooney wasn't playing for Manchester United last season, was he? I think we needed to fill Zlatan Ibrahimovic's boots, and I think we did just that in terms of bringing in Romelu Lukaku. I think he will get us the goals that Zlatan Ibrahimovic got us last season. Ronak says, how many more signings do I think we will make? I think we'll make about 2, maybe 3. Are the glory days coming back, says Radamagon. We've obviously had a lot of false dawns, man. We've seen us sign Falcao, Di Maria, get really excited about that. We've seen us find other players and get really excited. But one thing that excites me about this is it feels like Jose Mourinho has a plan. It felt like Jose Mourinho had a plan last season. And despite the fact that we underperformed in the league, we did well overall. We got back into the Champions League, 2 bits of silverware. And of course, we progressed as a team. I think we built some team spirit there. I think Jose Mourinho got more out of some players that we didn't think could perform for Manchester United. So I think Jose Mourinho would have learnt a lot last season about this team and about Manchester United and the players he's got. He will now add new things into that. And I'm looking forward to seeing what he does add. Ahmad says, why did I stream early? I streamed early because the news broke that Manchester United had signed Romelu Lukaku. That's why I streamed early. Aviwal, thank you for your nice comment. We have the best spine in the league, says Aaron. Pogba, Lukaku, Bailey, Lindelof, Herrera, De Gea. It is a solid spine, isn't it? It's a fantastic spine. We need to improve the squad a little bit in areas, but apart from that, I think we're ready. With 2 more signings, maybe 3, to challenge in the league next season. We're ready. I feel we need players like James Rodriguez to add more goals, says Tom. Matter happy on the bench, says Aram. I think Juan Mata knows he will get game time. He will start games for Manchester United next season. He won't start every game, but I don't think many players will. But I think Mata's happy with his position in the squad at this moment in time. He's been there, done that, and won it all now. And I think he's just content where he is at Manchester United. He played an awful lot of games last season, and I'm sure he will next season as well, because he scores goals. He's United's, now that Wayne Rooney has left, he's the current player with the most goals at the club, if I'm correct in remembering. So I think so it shows that he still has a big part to play at Manchester United. Hi from Nepal, says Anchor. CM Fabinho and Kovacic, says Sandeep. Do you think Mourinho will actually rotate next season, says Rokon? I hope so, yeah. Whoops, the stream dropped off there, so I do apologise for that, but I am back again now. So refresh the stream if the stream dropped for you, and then it will come back for you nicely. We've got over 900 people in here at the moment, 380 odd likes, 4 unlikes. So you lot are absolutely smashing it at the minute. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you hit that share and subscribe button if you haven't already as well. Who do I think will leave, says Juan. Obviously, I expected Wayne Rooney to leave. He's now left. I think that was the major departure of the summer. But we could still see Chrissy Smalling leave, potentially. Ashley Young leave. There's been rumours about Marouane Fellaini potentially leaving as well. And I ain't talking about the bullshit ones linking him to Barcelona. That was someone playing along and everybody jumped on it and it was obviously bollocks. But everyone still jumped on it, which is the beauty of Twitter these days. Marshall, can we expect 15 goals for Sayandeep? I think so, yeah. I'd like to see 15 to 20 goals from Marshall next season. Do you think we need Morata? Says King Vic. Not now that we've got Lukaku. Will Jose play Lukaku and Rashford together? Says Mike. I don't think you can play them together every game. I don't think you can play 2 strikers together every game, and I don't think Jose Mourinho will. But there will be some games, particularly at home, when we can play both of them together. So I've got no problem with us doing that. How far off are we winning the league? 1 or 2 more players from us challenging for the league. It's going to be difficult to win the league. There's a lot of teams that will think they can win the league next season. You're looking at Tottenham, Chelsea, Manchester City, and United will be one of them as well. So it's going to be difficult, but hopefully we can do that. Would love to see 4-4-2 with Lukaku and Rashford up front. Good old days. Matic should be our next signing, says Caleb. I can't see that happening now that we've beaten Chelsea to the punch in terms of signing Romelu Lukaku. I don't think we need a winger because we've got so many options, says Thomas JS. Perisic, says Ivan Beko. Apparently Lukaku asked to ask Zlatan for the number 9. I don't understand why that has to happen. Zlatan was there for 1 season and he's gone now. He shouldn't have any say in anything. Lukaku or Morata, says Junaid. What are you guys saying? Would you rather Lukaku or Morata? Janazai opinion, says Andy.com. Greetings from Toronto, says Lord Joseph. Lukaku confirmed he asked Zlatan permission to wear the number 9. That's absolutely disgraceful. I don't know why we're playing into that stupidness. Fuck Matic, Fabinho in, says Elliot Giles. Fabinho, lad, please come. Let's look at the latest Fabinho talk. What's going down there in terms of Fabinho at the moment in the press? Let's have a look for you. So it says, the latest report is for Mourinho moves in on £40 million Fabinho. But it's from Caught Offside and it's based on L'Equipe's reports that the Brazilian has told Monaco that he now wants to leave Monaco in this summer's transfer window. PSG are the only ones to have submitted an official bid, but Manchester United are interested and Mourinho should come in with a bid. But it's only rumours that are everywhere based on an article that was in L'Equipe in France. Whether that happens or not remains to be seen. Now that the Lukaku deal's over and all that hype's done and dusted, maybe we'll find out who just is next on Manchester United's horizon and next on Manchester United's radar. Thank you, Labinot, for getting involved all the way from Switzerland. That is the man we need. Fabinho, says Paul. Could Griezmann join next season, says Bikash. I think we will get Griezmann next season. I just hope we're not left disappointed yet again. Next, number 7, Adam, says Sarup. I think it will be Griezmann, like I just said, but not sure. Sari says he thinks Lukaku will get 20 goals. Are you worried that Lukaku fails to deliver, says Raff and Roll? Not in the Premier League. I think it will be a big test for him in the Champions League, but I think he's got the team, the players and the manager around him and the fans as well that will give him time and give him chance to perform around him so that the price tag won't matter. He isn't the most expensive player at Manchester United, so that all the pressure isn't even on him. Although big pressure will be on him, he will never have felt pressure like this. So it'll be interesting to see how he adapts to that. But it's something that I'm sure he's looking forward to the challenge, and I'm sure he's ready for the challenge too. 35,707 subscribers at the moment, so we're now closer to 36,000. Thank you all. If you haven't yet subscribed, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Trying to hit 40k by the start of the Premier League campaign. Lukaku is the new Manchester United player. James Rodriguez to Chelsea or Man United, says Steve Jackson. I don't think could he come to United? I'd love him to come to United. I just don't see it happening. I hope I'm wrong. I'm glad Mitchell and McTominay are on tour with the squad, says Sika Jardy. I agree, mate. I do agree. Is Martial going to leave, says Harsh. Fucking hell no. Hello from New Zealand, says Marwan. Hi mate, how you doing? Fabinho is CDM or right back if he signs for us, says Lagesh. Yes, and because of that, I think one of the negatives to signing Fabinho is, of course, he stands in the way of Timothy Fosu Mensah. But Timothy Fosu-Mensah needs to be getting game time next season for Manchester United. If he doesn't, he needs to leave at the very least on loan. But he needs to be playing for Man United next season. Monaco, the seller club, this transfer window with Man United, God, yeah, it looks like they'll be selling a lot of their bigger players, doesn't it? Sanchez on the left would make us champions guaranteed, says Mohammed. I tend to agree with you, but I can't see it happening. Would Marshall be a better strike partner than Rashford? I think they can both offer him something different. I think the beauty of it is we've got three strikers that are absolutely fantastic. Lukaku, Marshall and Rashford. They can go on and achieve fantastic things, and they've got so many good years ahead of them together. It's an exciting time for Manchester United fans. Greetings from Arizona, says Red Ranger. How you doing? Someone said, are you sure Lukaku is Man United? Have a look at my thumbnail, mate. That's an official picture that the club released. You can go onto manunited.com as well if you don't believe me and that image. Sion, how you doing and welcome back. Yanazai bye, says Marvin. I can see Yanazai leaving as well. He wasn't in the pre-season tour squad. Nor was Sam Johnson. Nor was Cameron Borthwick-Jackson. Nor was Guillermo Varela. And it looks like they're all off. Costa, Perisic, Marshall or Dembele on the left wing. For me, Marshall. Yeah, our strikers are mad time to deliver, says Mo. Zlatan gone, says Dude. Where the hell have you been? Yes, there's rumours he might sign again, but he did get released a while ago. Now, do you think we should get Hector Herrera from Porto? I don't have opinion either way on that. I don't know an awful lot about him, mate. Smalling to Arsenal, Sanchez to MUFC, says Mark. I don't think Smalling is wanted that much by Arsenal that they give us Sanchez in the opposite direction. If we don't sign a winger, I would keep Januzaj in the squad. And this is nefarious. I just can't see Januzaj staying at all, mate. How far do you think United can get in the UCL? We need to get to the knockout stages. After that, it's a cup competition and anything can happen. So I don't like to predict things like the Champions League at all, because anything can happen. We've seen over the years like the dark horses can win that tournament. We've seen it with Porto, with Liverpool. Not necessarily the best teams in Europe win the European Cup, so anything can happen. I mean, when Chelsea won it, they were 5th or 6th in the league. So those things can happen. Demi Mitchell on the wing says Alexi is going to get an opportunity to impress on the pre-season tour. So hopefully he does just that, because he's a fantastic talent. As are Andreas Pereira, Joel Pereira. All these players are great talents, but they've got to impress when they get into that team and get into that squad. They have to show Jose Mourinho that he can trust them. Rashford and Lukaku equals Cole and Yorks and Man United God 7. Is that just a really lazy comparison because they're all black? I'm not sure what that is there. Because they're not alike in styles, really, are they? Are they? Professor Fatcase, thank you for pointing that, mate. I'd never noticed the size of my eyebrows. Expectations for Lukaku, says Kartik. Hopefully around 25 goals next season. Hopefully. What do you guys think? So yeah, guys, let me check out some of the rumours at the moment as well. Romelu Lukaku. Romelu Lukaku. Romelu Lukaku. Romelu Lukaku. Lukaku's first interview is there to be watched as well, so I'll check that out in a bit. What he says in it. What is it about Manchester United that you wanted to sign for the club? The history, the players that play for the club, and the way that the club is always hungry to win trophies. It is something that I want, and it is something that I was searching for. For me, it was the perfect opportunity to make the big step up. And as a club, when Manchester United comes and asks you to play for them, you do not say no. That's that shit I like to fucking hear, Romelu Lukaku. And then he goes on to say, of course, it's something that I wanted. I wanted my agent and my former club, Everton, to make sure that the deal happened before pre-season, because now I can get to know the players and know how they play. I've worked already under the manager, but now it's a fresh start with him. So I'm excited to get to know the way of things at Man United. I cannot wait to get started. Really excited to meet all of the other players out here in LA this week. I'm a really calm person, but once I'm on the pitch, I just become a warrior. I want to help my teammates and be part of a team that wants to challenge for all the trophies that are out there. Fucking come on, lad. That's that. I know players have to say these kind of things because, you know, they always say these kind of things when they join clubs, but I just fucking love to hear that warrior kind of talk. We can see you are good friends with Paul Pogba. How big a role has he played? He says it has been a big role. Of course, he's one of my best friends and he's my neighbour as well. We are always together on a daily basis, so he explained to me how things were going. Last season when he signed for United, to have witnessed that, it really triggered something in my brain, and I knew that if one day I had the chance to sign, then I would not say no. You just know and realise how big the club is and the hunger it has to win trophies. I would like to say at the end of my career that I played for a team that has always challenged for trophies, and this is what the club has always done. To be here now is a blessing, and I will not take this opportunity for granted. Nice to hear all of that. You can check out the full interview. It's on manunited.com and you can go and watch that there right after we've finished here on this stream. Nguyen says, fuck you, Chelsea fans. Scared he will learn what you said, huh? Do you think Griezmann is upset seeing that him and Paul are pretty close? If Griezmann was really upset, Jenny, I think he would have joined Man United. He didn't seem that upset when he decided to stay at Atletico. I have seen the ESPN thing as well, and when Paul Pogba dashes the presenter into the pool. It's funny that. Conte will leave. Lol says Ronak. Still a bit away from that, aren't we? Unless you've heard something that I haven't. Block that Chelsea dude, says Mo. I won't block him. Use that, just destroy him. Why not? Why not just do that? Isn't that more fun to just destroy the idiot? Isn't that better? And guys, because we're not going to have an 8 PM stream, I just realised it's like 6:30 here. What's the point in me going live again in an hour and a half like we're going to learn anything new? So I'm just extending this stream a little bit and we're just going to keep talking. Nguyen's a United fan in Vietnam. Lukaku number 9 and Pogba number 10 next season, says Red Ranger. I think Pogba suits the number 6. I think he should make that shirt his own. Pogba has piped that presenter, says Leighton. Who's your all-time favourite United player? Adam, Cantona, Beckham, Giggs, Scholes, Cristiano Ronaldo. I got so many, mate. We've been spoilt with the amount of greats that we've had at this club. Let's talk about wingers now, please, says Jazzy G. Obviously, Perisic has been rumoured to be flying out to America. Of course, he could be going on holiday and all that stuff. But Perisic has been linked with Manchester United. Damasio was saying that if United meet the fee that Inter Milan wants, his United's player, because the personal terms are already agreed. And then Ivan Perisic was talking about how he had a destination unknown trip on his Instagram and teasing people with things like that. But nothing else has really come of it. Nobody knows where he landed. He's surely got off the plane by now. If he was in America, I'm sure there would have been pictures of it. But the rumours are that United are interested in him. Whether that's something that will happen now that Lukaku thing is out of the way remains to be seen. But Perisic is one of the players that could come in for us. I haven't heard many other rumours elsewhere in terms of wingers coming in. It looks like Perisic is the only one. And I think if Perisic is a player that is brought in as an addition to the squad and not to replace Anthony Martial as the main man on the left, then I'm absolutely delighted with that because we need a player added to the squad. It's obvious we need to add players to the squad. We've lost a lot of players over the last 12 months. When you look at Schneiderlin, Memphis, Schweinsteiger, Rooney, we're going to potentially lose the likes of Ashley Young this summer, maybe Chris Smalling. And we brought 4 players in last summer. We've brought in 2 so far this summer. So we need to add more players to this squad, especially if Januzaj leaves as well. I know we'll have a few youngsters that are getting promoted and coming into the first team, but we need to make sure that we've got a good enough and strong enough squad to be challenging on all fronts next season. Mo said, is Perisic even good? Look, Perisic isn't the kind of signing like Lukaku, which really, really excites me, and I think there'd be many other players that I'd rather sign ahead of him. But if Jose Mourinho wants him, and Perisic isn't a bad player, he's not crap, he just doesn't excite me. He's a decent player. So if Jose Mourinho sees something in him, then Ed Woodward needs to go and get the business done. Of course, Inter Milan are asking for a crazy fee, but just get the business done because Jose wants him. Simple as that. Guys, keep subscribing, keep liking, keep sharing. We've got over 800 people in here at this moment in time as well. And we've got 466 likes with the 10 dislikes. So, of course, hit that like button if you're liking what you're seeing at this moment in time. Can we get Hazard, says Shaban? That's a daydream, that is. Is this the season Timbo earns his spot as a regular, says Siddharth? Fingers crossed, toes crossed, cut crossed, everything's crossed for Timothy Fosu-Mensah. I really do hope he gets an opportunity to break through at Manchester United this season. He's a player with so much talent. He's a player with so much potential. He's a player with so much ability. And he's a player that I know Jose Mourinho will like. He's in that mould of that quick, strong midfield player that can break down plays, break down attacks and release the ball to other teammates. He can also play in various defensive positions, but he could be that destroyer in the midfield that we really need and that Pogba can work off. So I would love him to get an opportunity at Manchester United. So hyped for the big boy Lukaku, says Sam Nevis. I'm not meditating or nothing like that. I'm just waiting for your comments to come through. Andreas Pereira says, Ramesh, glad that he's on the preseason tour with the first team. I really do hope Andreas Pereira gets more opportunities with Manchester United. Obviously, we've got so many players at the moment in this squad, but if we trim this squad down nicely, we've got 4 competitions. Providing we progress well in all of those competitions, we can have a team that could be so good. And the exciting thing about this team as well is that the players aren't at the back end of their careers. Most of these players are of the age where they're only going to get better. And that's fucking exciting. And Romelu Lukaku, our new Manchester United player, fits in the bill. He fits in with that bill and he ticks all the boxes. Who next, says Elliot Giles? Will it be Fabinho? Will it be Perisic? I'm not too sure. It looks like United will make 1 or 2, maybe 3 more signings, depending how many more players leave this summer. But it looks like Lindelof and Lukaku will be our main 2 players coming in. Add 1 or 2 more to the squad and we'll be ready for next season and we'll be ready to challenge for the league. Romelu Lukaku not only promises to be a brilliant striker for Manchester United over the next couple of years, but he will guarantee that he replaces those goals that we've lost in Zlatan Ibrahimovic. And that is something to be really, really excited about as a Manchester United fan. And I'm sure all the players are excited that Romelu Lukaku has come as well. Of course, let's not get overexcited because Romelu Lukaku has places and areas where he can improve upon. But he's playing in a team that wants to win trophies, a team that wants to win things, a team that wants to get better together as well. And training with the likes of Paul Pogba, Marcus Rashford will only help him improve as a player as well. And we're building together this nucleus of a team that can just grow and get better together. Of course, not all of them will make it. 1 or 2 of them may drop out along the way. But these guys have the makings of a very, very good team, a very successful team for the next couple of years. And I can't wait to see how this develops. And I really can't wait for next season. I'm really excited for next season. Guys, you lot have been absolute legends today in this extended MUFC Transfer Talk 32. It was earlier because obviously Romelu Lukaku got announced as a Manchester United player and confirmed. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure you share and comment. We're trying to hit 40,000 by the beginning of the new Premier League campaign. And if United keep making decisions like signing Romelu Lukaku, I'm sure, and I've got streams like this to do, I'm sure we will make it to that figure. Until then, guys, until next time, I'll see you later. I'm Adam McKola. I'm out of here.